Welcome everyone, my name is KZ and I'm here. Ask me to give my thoughts and opinion about the cancelling the Leaving Cert and giving the predicted grades to all 6th-year students. It all started 12th of March, so let's start there and just go bit by bit to where we are now. 12th of March, Taoiseach announced the first restrictive measures and social distancing measures. Schools, colleges were closed, still are. Indoor gatherings of more than 100 people should be cancelled. Outdoors, more than 500 people should be cancelled too. That was the first announcement from the Taoiseach. If people could work from homes, that was the best possible thing for them to do. But it doesn't mean that the works got cancelled. If you had the chance, you could work from home, but if you couldn't, you're basically fine at this point and just go to work as normal. But then it got a bit complicated. For all our Ireland citizens, it was fine, like 12th till 29th of March. Not a big deal, 17 days. That's not a big deal, guys. But here's the thing, students. 17 days for students, especially the 6th years, and in final year in college, that was the most dramatic thing. The mood swings, the stress. It all started 26th of March. That was the day that orals meant to begin. Well, they didn't. All students that meant to do French, Irish or Spanish got full marks straight away, nothing else. Just 100 marks. But students didn't know about that. They were stressing a lot. The first day, I was in the school on 12th. Yes, it was on 12th. I was in school in maths class. I remember that, even though it was a few months ago. I was in my maths class watching news with my teacher. And she told us it got cancelled. And I was like, but we have our orals soon. What are we going to do now? Well, teachers couldn't answer my questions, so I just move on. We all know it was a big punch for all 6th years because it was just something that you don't want to experience. You're in your final year in school and something like that happens. 17 days, that's a long time, as we all know. Let's move on and just see what happened next. I'm going to jump now to what happened a few days ago, which is 8th of May. It's about 2 months after the first announcement from Taoiseach. As we all know, it got even worse. So there is no hope for Leaving Cert. As I guessed, there was no chance for Leaving Cert as one. Not all students had connection with internet, so they couldn't do online lessons. But also, online lessons are not as productive or as effective as normal class. I know that because that's how I learn myself. I need actual teacher. I can't just stare at computer and just learn stuff. That's how it is, guys. But also, teachers, for example, in my school, were putting too much pressure and were sending too many emails. For example, X subject, my teacher, normal day, had planned for a week. Okay, we have to cover in a week this, and this. But now, when school got closed, they thought it's going to be fine if they just send us an email, give us 3 days, and they're expecting us to get everything done in 3 days that they meant to do in school with us in a week. Which is not fair because we're not teachers. We can't teach ourselves as teachers can. That's pretty obvious, I think. Especially if you don't know how to learn or like online classes are not productive for you or effective. But then, 8th of May, at 3 p.m, it got finally announced that Leaving Cert is going to be cancelled, but let's don't forget, Junior Cert got cancelled like few weeks earlier. So that was pretty easy to guess that Leaving Cert is going to be next, but government didn't want to give up. They still try to do something to keep the Leaving Cert that you actually can do the exams. But well, finally they're cancelled. Am I happy? Well, it depends from a student, to be honest. So what they decided to do, give the predicted grades based on teacher's opinion and the work that they done. What if you weren't really productive because you were too lazy to actually do something in school? Well, that's too bad for you. But then they also gave us another chance. Around December and January 2021, next year, we're going to have a chance of redoing our exams if we don't like our predicted grades. Yes, guys. But that's not everything. What if you meant to go to college this year? Well, that's too bad, guys, if you don't have points that you meant to get as you plan to get. But it should be easier, in my opinion, because international students won't come to Ireland to go to college, which means there's going to be more spaces, but doesn't mean it's going to be better. Well, people say yes and no. I think it's good. There's going to be more spaces for us, people that actually live in Ireland. But also, the points probably are going to go lower. We don't know that for certain, but we can guess they will. It depends from the number of people that are going to plan to go to the course or not. It all depends how many people of us are decided to go. But for example, for computer science in one of the colleges in Dublin, you have to get 370 points. I'll see how it goes, if the points are going to go lower or higher. But let's keep moving with the material. If you decided to wait because you don't like your grades, you can always do PLC. That's extra year of school and 1 year of experience, which can help you in future, which I think it's a good thing. I wouldn't say waiting a year to start in 2021 in September is a good thing if you plan to go in 2020, but I think you're not really wasting time if you're planning to go PLC course. Just go and do the PLC course. But not everyone wanted to do it, but maybe that's the thing that you should do now, because I don't really see people wanting to go to college but then sitting at home for a year and just doing nothing. But also, let's don't forget, if you're planning to do Leaving Cert in December or January, you still have to study for that. And on my experience, as I was talking with people, I'm not sure how it's going to be, because still you need a teacher. It's not going to go well if you don't have a teacher. And I'm not thinking that school actually is going to have like a separate class for all people that meant to do their Leaving Cert in 2020, just for a case of them doing better if they want to, if they wish to. As we all know, it's not easy for 6 years and college students in their final year. But best of luck, guys. That was KZ, and see you on my channel. It's KZ. Thanks for watching.